start. Rich, you don't have any problem with Layla here, do you?
Is that okay if I...
Is that okay?
Anyone but
Okay,
Layla.
cool. I didn't.
If you want, I can
No,
leave and sit
no.
outside. I don't want to
No.
disturb anybody.
It's not a big
All right.
You'll disturb Michael more than me.
I'm not sure. I think you're facing me, so...
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I'm unflappable. Good match.
Good match.
No, I didn't watch it live. He was just occasionally telling us. Okay. Sorry, folks. Bill Riles here. Joining in progress, our Michael Neagu, Richard Munitz round of 16 Masters Jackpot match. This, okay, you can turn it on if you want.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so again, second round of the Masters Jackpot. Neagu, I don't recall who he played in his
opening round.
opening round.
Jack Edelson.
Jack Edelson. So he beat Edelson, and Richard just beat Saba Bajanisvili in a very good match. So coming off it, Ian joining us here for a little while before
the execution begins.
he's waiting on Roberto Litzenberger to finish a doubles match, and then Ian and Roberto will play a second round match.
Second round
Match of the Masters as well. So that should be fun once you get to
Yeah,
that.
that'll be great.
Roberto, nice guy, good player. So that'll be a fun match.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Richard claims the first game, and we'll try to get with the program here as far as commentary. 6-1 by Rich. He gets seizes the early position in this game.
Yep. And match.
Both of these are very accomplished players.
Yeah, really, really good. I think we're in for a treat. Both, bordering on that grandmaster level. Yep. Strong.
So, okay. Oh, and Layla, who is Layla Zylotskaya, very good player in her own right. Her and Michael are a couple, and Layla is just sitting next to Michael's right side there. You can barely see her at times. Now this will likely be our last two matches of the evening. This match and Ian and Roberto, because we have a 8:30 a.m. stream.
Call.
So wake up early, set your alarm clocks. 8:30 a.m.
Chris and Art.
Chris Trencher and Art Moore in the final of the Super Jackpot. So they're in other events such as the Masters. They'll be in the championship. It's going to be a lot of play. They were afraid it would get problematic of them having an opportunity to play that match on Sunday. So they're playing it at 8:30 tomorrow morning. That's 5:30 on the West Coast for those of you interested.
If you're watching that on the West Coast, what drug are you on?
Well, Sax doesn't go to bed till dawn or something, so Steve can watch it.
Yeah. I'll tell you, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's for the early birdies because
Yeah.
Ryan Ribello said so.
Dimitri says, "What a weird time for the Super Jackpot finals." I'll tell you, if I had to play the Super Jackpot final at 8:30 a.m., I'd forfeit. I'd hedge, then forfeit.
So, but the fear was, I mean, tomorrow at 11 a.m. the championship play begins. So, and you're not out till you got 3 losses, and these guys are not people that you would anticipate flushing out in 3 straight.
Correct.
So they're likely to still be alive in the championship come Sunday. They're in the Masters.
Yep.
And they have the Super Jackpot final to play. It backs up.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Small price to pay. Yeah, and Chris has a 5 o'clock flight tomorrow afternoon.
Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon, I apologize.
Chris tomorrow afternoon would be really pessimistic about his chances.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
I think I need to book that one.
So,
Way I roll. No, I'm kidding.
I got
Kidding.
Dimitri.
I'm kidding.
Dimitri told us earlier tonight that the BMAB results will be published tomorrow.
Oh, good. Good.
So all of the
So the whole world can see
all
my
the-
6.9 or whatever.
all the results and all the PRs and what have you.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. There were 26 players. Nice BMAB event here at Jeff Proctor's Atlanta Classic, directed by the BMAB, directed by
Roberto.
Roberto Litzenberger.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Okay, so these guys, we've been distracted with doing all kinds of things, and I apologize to them, but we're in the midst of a 12-point match here.
Absolutely. Let's see. It looks like
4 looks like a point.
blue has the early advantage here, but I
Certainly-
mean, white has the anchors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blue's well ahead in the pip count, but as you
Yeah.
say, white has the forward anchor, and still a lot of play in this game.
Absolutely. Gotta say, this Gammoner board is just extremely nice. You know?
Is it? They're-
Yeah, oh yeah.
Both the
They're
boards
really
we're
nice.
streaming on are Gammoner boards, so you'll be playing on one
Yep.
on stream too
Absolutely.
as well.
Yeah, I have these same checkers on my Zavril board, and I mean these
Yeah.
checkers play beautifully. Yeah. Oh right, right. Oh, okay.
So this one, it works out great because we can move the clock in and everything
Yeah.
closer. Also, if players choose to use a baffle box, we don't have to necessarily work the
Oh,
support through the handle and
Well,
so
that's-
forth.
Yeah. You know, I'm working on a solution to the cube. Where do you put the cube problem
Oh, yeah?
with my 3D printer? So look
Uh-huh.
out for that.
Well, it's got to be better than some of the other recent solutions I've seen.
Okay, so we had a nice cube there from Michael, and I think it was
Michael.
pretty easy take.
Yeah, I think so. Michael obviously is ahead in the race and has some nice structures, extricated both his rear checkers, but Rich with that forward anchor and Michael with kind of a picket fence distribution here. Rich has got some play.
Absolutely.
And he's got enough timing that he should have perhaps the mid and the 5 while Michael's trying to clear his mid.
Right. Yeah, so it's going to put a little additional pressure on there. This is a nice roll. I mean, I think I would just
A little maybe
make the
faster
2
than he wanted, but it's a nice roll.
Yeah.
He gets to make his 2 point. And
I got slot, actually. I think I want to keep that spare on the mid.
you ultimately, you want the 3 anyway, so.
Yep. And that checker on the 4 has got nowhere better to go eventually. This is a
5-3,
great
that's
shot,
nice
clearing.
shot, clearing.
Yeah.
Richard can play
Well,
freely.
that's gonna make
that
3.
works. So he's back into some racing equity
Yeah, a
here.
little bit. Oh, plays itself.
You know, it's interesting. Rory transcribed
Oh, excellent.
the prior match,
Great.
the Richard Saba match. Richard played 317. Yeah, 317. Saba played 388. So
You know,
Rich played
it's-
317, and it's not at all unusual for Neagu to be playing in that range either. So this
Yeah.
could be another stellar match. Then
That's a beaut. I think you just wait one more
yeah,
time.
I think you wait one more roll. You can
Yeah,
play this without
any sort of bust.
out busting anything.
I mean, maybe he's contemplating running off with 1, but I don't really
Yeah, I think
see
there's
what the
too many
yeah.
pick and pass and covers
Yeah,
on that.
yep.
No, the match just started at 11.
So here we go.
6-1,
there's some
6
awkwardness
6-1,
here.
6-2,
That's
6-5 is not among them.
No.
Now we're
Well,
down to 6-1s and 5-1s.
Yep.
Although
And then
Richard's
there will be
still,
some repeaters too.
Still in the race. One more set and
Highly possible.
he's right in there. And
So
there's
there's-
the 6-1.
Yeah, party time.
Fancy that.
Yeah,
We could see a
it'd be a big swing.
big swing, and we
Wow.
got a recube coming
Yep,
right here.
absolutely. How do you get that contact to work out for
Get
you?
the
Yeah.
6-1 followed by the 6-1.
Ace. Yep. Exchange of 6-1.
Wow. 3-2, Richard. What a swing.
It's brutal.
That's why we love the game.
It's why we hate it. Wow, who do you think's the favorite here? I think it's a pretty even match.
I think it's a real even match, particularly. I thought Richard hasn't played that much, to my knowledge, in the
Yeah.
last 2 or 3 years. He
Yeah.
doesn't play that much online. Michael's been playing a lot live and online,
yeah.
and has really progressed. I would have, thought that Michael
Yeah.
was probably the stronger player at this point in their
Yeah, but that last
games.
match was
But
Saba.
that last match with Saba tells me Richard doesn't have much.
Roberto's got to finish. Yeah.
Richard doesn't have much rust on him. He played 3-1-7 against Saba there, so
Yeah. He used to play on Grid, I remember. Zurich Mint, and then no one plays on Grid anymore. It's all
Yeah.
Galaxy, so I haven't seen him on there.
Ugh, pardon me. It's funny, Rich got off to such a grand start against Saba, and then it was Saba
Yeah.
rallied, but
Saba,
couldn't bring
yeah.
it back.
Well, Saba, who was our Texas champion, apparently in the Masters, Longhorn Masters there, Matt Raklitis got off to a 12-0 lead. Saba ran it all the way to 12-0, or, 12, what, DMP.
Yeah,
And then Matt just won the last game. So,
be like the
anticlimax.
Pecco lost the Longhorn Classic to Bob
Oh,
Glass,
yeah.
leading 12-0 Crawford and lost.
Ouch. Ouch.
That's one Pecco will long remember.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that trophy has a lot of storied history to it. Bob Glass, great player. I mean, name a yesteryear a little bit. Don't see him around
and
much.
some
but-
people who may not recall the story, in 2013, 14, something like that, when we had the dual in San Antonio,
Right.
Saba, who no one had ever heard of whatsoever, registered for the dual And Mochi's followed everything. He calls me up, Bill, who's this guy? Saba Bajanisvili signed up for the duel. I know everyone in the world, every good player in the world, and I've never heard this name. And I said, I don't know. I said, he's a neurologist in Atlanta, apparently a pretty good player. We'll see, you know.
Yeah.
He comes in, he does extremely well. I forget the exact path, but at one point he beat Petco, and then he beat Matt on PR. And you know, and everybody's just blown away. And Mochi comes walking by not long after that during the tournament. And I said, well, Mochi, do you know who Saba is now? And actually, we put he was on the cover of.
And it was, who is this Saba guy?
Yeah,
right?
on the cover of Backgammon. What's the name of it? Primetime Backgammon. And it's the title was Who is Saba? So it was it's kind of a neat situation. You know, I'd mentioned to people earlier, Saba pointed out to me, you know, right now him and Victor are tied for the ABT lead.
Yes.
Because it's capped at 96 points. New York and Texas were both over, but since it was capped, they ended, and our payouts were the same.
Yeah.
Same distribution.
Same distribution, yep.
Then they each have 28.88 points.
Wow.
And Saba,
I think it's
because
just
they
in
don't
case
want
one tournament gets real big.
One tournament got huge in comparison to the others. Yeah.
You get that off Bill Lonergan?
No, it's capped by the size of the tournament, so one doesn't have undue influence.
Trade there. Okay.
But Saba was telling me earlier tonight, he had went back and did a lot of research, because it takes a little bit of research. You'll appreciate this. He went back and he was laughing. He says, I went back to 2004. He said, I have won the 2 largest attendance ABT tournaments in the last 20 years.
That's right.
He won New York when it was 100, Texas when it was 99. Victor won New York when it was 97. So he said Victor's in 3rd place.
Wow.
Like 99, which is what you had, and what Lynn had.
Yeah, Lynn in 2020 had 100 exactly in the championship. We had 99. We had 101 registered, and all. 2 guys got sick and had to go to the hospital and dropped out. So we ended up with 99.
The pressure.
I guess so. And well, actually, in one of them, and we won't call names, but one of them has an anxiety complex, and that was why he had a anxiety, what's he called, social anxiety attack or something other. And so yes, you know. So
all right.
Anyway, so Saba and I have forgotten to mention it to Victor yet. Victor's not in a particularly good mood at the moment, I think, but. Victor and I are very good friends, so I'll remind him that Saba has won the 2 biggest tournaments in the last 20 years, and Victor's win was only the 3rd largest.
Yeah, I would not remind him of that now. Because he lost to MCG. He rebought. He played the guy
Mike
that lost
Lurie.
to me. And Mike won.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
And he lost in the 1st round of the Super Jackpot to Jack Eagle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A rematch of the New York final.
Yeah. So, there you
A
go.
little bit.
Hey, Ray, how did you and Brandon make out?
Oh, we got all the way to 12-12, and then somebody had to win. Me.
Okay, so Ray beats Brandon 13-12 in the Masters 2nd round, I guess it is.
Yeah, but it was much closer than that.
It was much closer than the score would indicate.
Closer than 12-12. 13 match.
Okay, so Richard, while we're here chatting about everything in the world and neglecting these players, Richard has crawled out to a 4-1 lead.
So we have a couple people in the chat. We have one, Sean Wolford says that Rich is the favorite, and Bob Z says that Michael
Is the favorite. Well, that's
So
good.
What's that based on? Is there data somewhere?
PR is probably out
PRs,
there. Yeah.
and I mean, these are subjective
Sure.
evaluations,
Opinions,
probably opinions, but I think they're close.
Yeah, I think it's very close. I mean, couldn't ask for a better match.
Now Ray had predicted earlier in the week that he was going to win Atlanta, and that Tara and I should be prepared to stream him frequently. So well, he was on once yesterday, I think, wasn't he? I don't know.
Who was?
Ray.
Yeah, I think it was on yesterday.
Yeah, but he told me that he was coming to Atlanta to collect his trophy. Now, I know that was a hard pill to take, losing to Ray, Brandon.
It's a lopsided.
You know, it was so funny. I was hearing them talk earlier, and they said, you know, we looked at the bracket, and even though we play 5.5 PR, we figure we're a favorite against some of the guys in there. And I go, was I one of them? And they're like, oh yeah, definitely.
Well, Matt's prize or Ray's prize for beating Brandon is MCG in the next round.
MCG.
The hopper to the fire.
Wonder how Chris and Gary Casilni are doing. I saw Gary was leading last I checked.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
don't know that.
Michael is a favorite, according to Dimitri. Dimitri would know. Dimitri would know.
Dimitri is.
Dimitri has the data. Yeah.
Dimitri's got real data. Again, I don't think, and I don't know. I mean, I guess he plays locally there, but I don't think Richard's really traveled and played much.
Not a big
in the
traveler.
last few years.
Yeah. I
He
saw
used
him
to
in San
travel a
Antonio
lot.
though, and I
He
saw him
was-
in
He was
LA.
in San Antonio.
He was in LA.
Yeah. So,
Phone is
Like an anti-abuse temple.
I'm sorry.
There's temples.
It's true. Richard hadn't played much. And... Oh. Now she was bad now than you and Arena for keeping her up last night,
well.
you know?
Okay, Steve wanted to know what's going on. Steve Sachs. Yeah.
Couldn't put
Oh yeah. So let's take a look.
the cube.
All right.
Richard's
So
considering Richard lets it go.
I would have.
Yeah, he's considerably behind.
I don't know those gaps though.
Neagu's
man, that
got
really.
some good structure, some gaps, but
Yeah,
he's
but
got
it's likely
some
to be
decent-
made,
Decent
so-
fill-in
Yeah,
structure.
Yeah.
But,
Yes,
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah.
okay, so 4-2, Rich.
See if I can get the link here.
Well, and I think he still does at times, but that's a very
Yeah,
quiet
that
room.
I know.
Yeah.
Is it on Ace Point Backgammon? Is the stream
Yeah.
too?
Ace
Oh, you
point.
want
Just
the
getting
link?
getting the link to that. Oh yeah, stream too.
Not you?
It will be. Just sending it out.
Your fan club, huh?
Yeah. Steve Stacks and my mom.
There you go. That about covers it, you know?
You can always rely on
Exactly. Exactly.
You're in trouble when Stacks doubles up in your fan club.
Okay, so set of deuces plays well, but well, he's debating a set of deuces.
The doubles match going? The doubles match still going? I mean, I feel like I've been waiting an hour. Okay, fair enough.
Extremely
guess.
reliable.
Well, there's a lot of equipment.
You gotta open the door.
Well, it was a meat locker for the last 3 days.
So So my understanding is that it's sweltering hot in there. Well, I'm not
Depends on
taking.
the score.
I'm keeping my shirt on. I'll tell you that.
Please. We don't want no.
You haven't bumped
Nah,
it up
I'm
for
gonna.
the Atlanta?
Nah.
We don't want any Jim Pasco sleeveless t-shirts. Oh Lord. Okay.
I don't. 4-4 apparently.
And we don't want you and Roberto keeping us up all night either. You know, we got an 8:30 stream. If you
I'll try
if
not
you
to
play,
do,
what time is it?
The Mochi and Tehran.
If you play
Dangler.
past 11:30,
Oh,
you have to come down and help me commentate at 8:30.
that's not gonna happen.
What's happening at 8:30?
Chris and Art Moore, the
Super
early
Jackpot final.
bird special.
At 8:30 in the morning.
Bring your coffee and a bagel, I guess. Yes. Whose favorite doesn't really matter.
Oh, so what do we got here? 5-4. That's got to be an obvious, huh? Make the bar. Although he could have made the deuce, but I think the bar is more desirable. Set of fours.
Speaking of pretty desirable here,
Going to make the 5 point, I guess. So he could make. Well,
I would take that
he
5
could
point
make
all day.
He could make the 4 and the 5 and leave a shot on.
No.
3-5. That's making the 3 for sure. Now it's a question of what you do with the other.
Pay off to the 3-5. Let's see what.
Olson, you have
I have other fans
watching.
Oh, very good.
Have the Houston crew.
Club there. We had a really good match last weekend. The 13 point. You won.
Yeah.
You won the whole thing, or split at least.
Guinness and Tara wanted to leave.
Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah. Can't blame you. Michael was on fire, so. Oh, okay. Yeah. Not this one. Well, Michael does look pretty good in this game. This is a pretty interesting little play.
But he doesn't. Yeah, this is interesting. It's kind of a standoff game. Neither one of them has enough of an advantage to send the cube.
Well, I don't know. Actually, I mean, Rich. I mean, if the scores were reversed, maybe I would think Rich might have something to think about. But not right now. But and having that anchor not be at the edge of the 5' really hurts.
Yeah.
And this looks stronger to me. I think anyway.
If Rich, well,
if Rich
doesn't roll a 3, then
it's not guaranteed.
Probably play it, but there's potential that he has to break one of those back.
Yeah, and there's no guarantee that this gets covered. Oh well, this is horrendous. Oh, yeah.
So much for that thought.
Yep.
So that's
definitely gives Michael some air.
Gives Michael an opportunity here. What do you think? He's trailing. He covers with a 3 or a 6.
I mean, easy scoop, but yeah. Yeah.
I would double this.
I think I said I would have flipped it if the scores were reversed for Rich, and I think now we're seeing that. So yeah. Super easy take.
That's a nice number. Comes out and covers.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Marcy.
Yep. Yeah.
Marcy and I had this scoped out.
Yep. So now, what does Rich do here? Because he has
for a recount.
He has a little bit of containment play, though. That's the thing. I mean,
no, he doesn't have
not now. Not immediate.
Not on the first.
Not anymore now.
Why didn't?
So now he's just, well, again now. This is, yeah.
You can afford a 90-foot boat. Can't you afford glasses?
So yeah. Yeah. Very timely 6. So he's just trying to not get gammoned here. And
Okay.
this also is the way to win. I mean, it's going to
Yeah, but
be a
it-
hard parlay.
It's gonna be a really
Well,
hard
that's
parlay.
step
That's a
1.
start.
Step 1. Step 1A.
Long road.
Step
It's
1A.
a real long road.
Baby steps.
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Marianne Meese says happy birthday to Marcy.
Mhm.
Yay.
Well, like it or not, Rich gets to see the end of this
Thank
game.
you, Marianne.
Okay, now there are the
So
dreaded
now there are
fours and
crackers, big
fives
time,
and-
big time. Well, 5s isn't really junk. This is like, you know, you're not going to come out.
immensely. I mean,
Well, he can't hit, right? I mean, he
No.
can't. He just has to keep his board.
you
I mean,
just
there's
gotta
just-
hope he
yeah,
rolls some
A cracker,
double
yeah.
four, double
I mean, I don't know what
five,
he's. Oh,
5-1. He can sustain that.
Focus.
so yeah. I mean, Rich, he has some wins here.
Good. Yep. What am I up? Well, that's why.
I don't know that it does that much good. Well, is he fishing?
I mean-
there's breakers though.
There is, but I mean,
I don't know.
I
if
think it's
go,
worth it. I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I did it in the doubles match.
Okay, now
Oh,
it's starting to hurt. Well, and that makes. I mean, you get to go fishing without any
Yeah,
risk.
true.
You know, you get the,
Oh.
the potential for the.
speaking of,
Oh, whoa. Speaking.
yeah, so he'll gladly.
This isn't fishing. This is telephoning or something. Picking up the
Yeah.
floaters.
This is the dynamite fishing. Yeah.
We did it.
Step 1A.
Small.
Yeah. Oh,
Not
very.
cast.
Yeah, the smallest A possible.
They let him come in and split off the 5 or the 6, and you go fishing again.
Yep.
Look at here.
Hello.
Who is this guy?
And this would be one of the sickest turnarounds yet.
Oh, no, that's Caselman coming out. Wasn't he playing?
He was playing Chris.
Oh, Chris. That wasn't the doubles match.
No. It's Neagu and
Okay, now is Richard going to pull something crazy off here? Potentially.
in play.
Step.
Step 1B. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Rich is thinking of 2 numbers.
Both beginning with 6.
Ah,
Exactly.
I would take aces there. I would take aces.
Not going to tempt him with the 1-6.
Wrong ace. Take the ace point. That would have worked, Michael. Close him out.
Ranger had a frown on his face.
He looks exasperated. I think that might be his first loss of the weekend.
What?
That was wrong ace.
Huh? What's up?
What?
Playing tonight?
Apparently Victor and Ray are having a match or something. Wanted us to stream them rather than
Oh.
you and Roberto.
Well, that's fine with me. You playing it tonight or what? You play?
It doesn't matter.
There's a Russian
You playing tonight?
chip on his shoulder. They can't have any better than that.
I'm with me.
If Victor wants to trash someone on it.
Well, could they replace? Well, they wouldn't want to be streamed on 2. He wants to be streamed on 1. Yeah. No,
You have to boot them off. Yeah.
I could. I wouldn't. Yeah. What was he talking? They have some semifinal match or something or other? Oh. Yeah, it's quarterfinals, not semifinal. Is it?
Yeah, quarterfinal.
Quarter, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Wouldn't draw flies, right?
What'd you say?
Wouldn't draw flies.
Victor would draw Victor.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Because he wouldn't do the commentary on it. Yeah. Okay, I get it now.
No.
So deeper than.
So, Chris, I'm judging that it did not. Did it go well?
It did not go
I'm
well.
guessing it. Yeah. Could tell.
It's alright.
Yeah. You're in the other
I
event.
wasn't going to go through the weekend without ever losing a match, despite these perverse fantasies I have.
Okay, is
No, that was.
Rich is trying to accommodate
That was
Michael by
that was
continuing to dance there.
I'm like,
Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go.
I would call those. I would call those people.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
But repeaters.
Repeaters, but this could
This could leave a mark.
leave a mark.
Well,
I see a bruise forming.
yeah, one man closeout where he's pretty likely to get off it, and it's gonna Rich subtly giving Michael the bird. It's like with the
clever checker point thing.
Okay.
now he's got to sit and play the
Stole for
figure
it.
out, and that's gonna be that. Yeah. A brutal one.
There is a number.
There's 3 numbers, actually. Yeah.
That's not it.
Where's your brother?
Up to you.
How long?
Vic,
They're still playing doubles. I don't know how.
Matt, for some reason, Victor wants to comment on your match. Desperate.
You'd have to boot these guys off.
Well, it won't be a commentated match, regardless.
Not
If this finished early. Yeah, go ahead
but it would be.
and put them on.
Yeah,
On
that's
2.
fine with me. Yep, 100%. No, go for it. Yeah, definitely.
But we're not switching the commentary off of this one. We can switch it off once this match is over.
So now my flogging won't be
You
publicly
can't be
televised.
It's not in. Apparently, he has 4 pair. Read between the lines.
You told her? You told her? I told her there's a program. Yeah. Go put,
Okay, so we've got a slight change in plans. It's Roberto's doubles match is continuing indefinitely, it seems. We are going to put Matt Kungar and Ray Fogerlin in round of 8 match Masters on Stream 2. Now, once this match concludes, which might be a while, we'll switch the commentary to Stream 2. Richard sucks up that cube. Be nice, Victor. Be nice.
No, I'm not nice. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah, he had to, pretty much has to hit him. He doesn't, I mean, Richard's a favorite to make a forward anchor if Michael doesn't do something here.
Scratched your
I had to
way
win
back.
8 games because I lost 1. Oh,
You averaged out.
what?
You averaged out.
I mean, this is a safety play, but I think, I'm not sure about this. It's a short-term safety play because Richard's going to make the 5 point, and then we've got an entirely different game. It's all, backgammon is a game of probabilities. No, there are no definitives to speak of. But what you starting to show your inner feminine side wearing holy jeans or what?
Is that the way you bought them, or they just sold? Oh, okay.
No, that is this game was doubled, Candace.
You probably paid extra for that.
Yeah, I like this play. Yeah, I'm glad you're coming around, you know, and think.
Coming around to see the light.
Of course, he's gonna be punished for that.
I'll go get your glass. It's your birthday.
Okay.
I'm not
I'm not gonna argue.
going to play. But I wanted.
Okay, so there's that anchor Richard wanted. Pardon me.
AJ go to bed. I saw him go by with his.
Oh, KG and
Yeah.
Sync.
Yeah.
How we can see? Well, we can finish with this then first, yeah?
Yes, when this is over, we'll switch.
Okay. And it also will be good, you know, for guys, so we don't kick them out.
Yeah, that's cool.
The people that are watching this
Exactly.
started the
Exactly.
match.
Yeah.
The little Orphan Annie game there. That's they cut off the game. Football game.
Oh, that was the What was that? It was
back in the
Okay.
back in the '70s. What was that? I don't know.
like a playoff match.
The Heidi game. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Okay. They cut off the game. And
Yeah.
That made like such.
And then they scored in the last 2 touchdowns in the last minute or something. Okay, so
Is that a hit? I don't know. It's a tough. Tough shot to hit.
Gotta step up into it.
A lot of blood. Maybe he duplicate read, but I don't know. Just so.
I did. That Ray and MCG are playing a Masters quarterfinal match on Stream 2. You can watch that on Stream 2. Now, once this match is completed, we will switch. I'm
Is
sorry?
this working?
Yeah.
This thing is working? Okay, I just.
You're on. Once this game is completed, we'll switch the commentary to Stream
Oh, no, thanks.
2 and pick up Ray and MCG.
6 is easy, should just make 8 point. No, why? Why? Why this 6? Why not making 8 point? Wow. that
So
must
this
be-
this
must be
this this
humongous
way,
blunder.
Michael can hit the 8.
No, this was huge blunder. Not small, I mean. Which 6 to hit?
Dimitri wants to know. Ooh,
What?
This is cold, man. You might have to respond in Russian or something.
What?
How's Victor doing today?
Oh, I'm doing very well. As every day. Actually, I like the 6 that reach hit inside instead of outside. Yeah, and once we see the board, why talk to some drunk Russians?
I didn't allude to anything like that.
Okay, now he's thinking about the redouble. Seems a little frisky. Of course, he's down in the score, which makes him.
He's not down that much, so I think the offset.
No, but he wants 8 points. Michael cannot even realize the whole 8 point. But feels like you probably don't have enough yet.
What?
No, I'm not a beer drinker. If you have any Heineken, though.
That one hits from outside. That's a joker. No, that's.
You gotta hit the outside.
He knows. It's nothing wrong with taking a look. Especially when you look at a roll with joker, you wanna look at this few times. No bloods. Saving the back one. Huge shot.
Victor has a much more consolidated position than he had 3 or 4 rolls ago when he was thinking.
Absolutely, yeah. Still,
when he was thinking about
not close to a double, by the way, because of this 3 checkers back. This very fragile position for white. He has to make this 10 point. Yeah, that's it. You rolled doubles. Yeah. No, he played legal. Yeah. Okay, how to play 6-3? 6 down probably and 3 hit. I just don't see anything else, to be honest. No, then you leave with blood, but you don't hit. So if you come out with 6, I mean, it's not terrible. Come out with 6 and 3 down, because this checker is asking to be played, but I think I would hit on the deuce. The more I look at that, the less clear it is to me.
Yeah. His other options aren't particularly attractive.
This is maybe okay play, actually. Yeah, maybe hitting on the deuce would be a little out of position. There is no... I don't see the blitz there. Oh, that's a terrible 5.
Yeah, why do you do that? You want the builder for the bar, right?
Yeah, it can never be right. This was just not a chance that that play was correct. Okay, 4 down. I think you need to hit, no? I mean, why use, like, you have an anchor in his board. Hit. Hit and you with his fan. I don't know. Why give him chance to escape? No? Guys have their own ideas.
Hmm.
Make an ace, I guess. Because you're spending 2 checkers on the point that you don't want to make. No, this 6-4 is just forcing the issue. A little bit anti-positional to me.
There it is.
Yeah, and now gets punished. Just the wrong idea. Just the wrong idea. I would give 7 here. Just I would hate to play so deep. You know, you sweat once, but then at least you run free. I play 4 down and 6-5, I guess. That actually could be my least favorite play. Even worse than the putting checker on the 3. Who said we cannot trash talk here?
No, you can trash talk. That's why we wanted you to sit down.
Want you to do it a little louder, please.
Louder. I don't know. It would sound offensive, you know. This Russian guys with a deep voice, you know.
Such a stereotype.
And I pretty much disagree with every play. So. Oh. And there are 2 guys that actually I like playing, so they're nice guys, you know. Strong players. I agree with 6-3, I guess. Yeah, that's the problem with previous play. Now numbers like 5-1 doesn't play. With previous play of Michael, I mean. But he didn't take that chance. Now he has trouble.
11s? Nope.
Nows have to step out and cover. I mean, you can. I don't think you can. Actually, you can still make the deuce point.
He could make the deuce point.
No, but you can make ace and step out with 3 and close your eyes. That's what I always do, and it's very dangerous. I close my eyes, and it's always
make the ace and slot the deuce. Huh? But
no, this is my play. This is my play. You know. Just look at my recent results. You know, it works like magic. You know?
Made
yeah, 3. I guess we step out and make
made
this
victors
point.
of all his opponents.
6-4. Go for. Yeah, you just save this guy. There is no reason to stay there anymore. There is no 6-4 to play anyway. 18-10. Nothing else there. and nothing else matters.
You don't want to bury that other checker.
No, there is just no other play, you know. But sometimes, look, nothing wrong with looking, you know. Look at me, I'm spending all my time. I'm usually playing on the seconds. I'm not to criticize someone for thinking.
I like that.
But sometimes it happens, you know, you just try to find something that's not there. As this, as an old Chinese philosopher used to say, it's difficult to find a black cat in a dark room, especially especially when it's not there, you know.
Especially when it's not there.
Oh, that's Africa side.
That's
blunder.
terrible, isn't it?
That's like a humongous blunder.
And with the Cuban play,
It's gonna be gammon, and for no reason really. He just keeps staying in position and found something, you know, that was not there.
I think that was the case of he overthought that. He overthought that position.
Oh, completely. He just made it up. He's much better than that player. I mean, he's a strong player. You know? It sometimes happens when you're tired and you look at the position for too long, you start seeing things, and he just found this 6-4.
Dismiss.
No,
Right in front of it.
that may be, I don't know. People probably checked it already, but must be at least 300 blunder, maybe more. It just. Yeah, it just like presents like Hanukkah gift.
Dmitry disputes the fact that that's a Chinese proverb.
He's
not talking about backgammon.
Yeah, he's more worried about the cats.
No, it's Confucius. You know.
It's Kung.
Yeah.
Chinese.
He was Chinese, yeah. But
There's a circle pay attention.
Especially when it's not.
I mean, we try to specialize on good backgammon and entertainment also.
yeah.
Good backgammon.
Bill is responsible for backgammon in this equation, and I'm providing entertainment.
That shows the variety of the programming.
I don't know, what did we missed the play somehow?
That's the one.
He got a 6-3.
Oh, he's thinking about hitting on the 4.
No, you cannot
No.
hit on the 4.
But maybe he finds something too. You know, when you start looking for too long,
He might find it.
yeah. You see,
No.
he may find this hit. You know, you just never know. Yeah, this hit is not.
He's
there.
willing to
It's the same
risk.
black hat. It's not as bad as the previous play.
Gammon big here?
There is gammon big, of course, but you just why lose the game?
Yeah, that was going to be
You can
my
still
point.
gammon.
Why risk the game? You know, he's got a potential gammon anyway.
It's not like white don't have a board.
So you walk to the front, pass reception. That's it. Cut back. 10 o'clock.
He confused me. I don't remember where it was.
It was there. But I think, what else do you have?
I mean, what else he can? He wants to leave 4-3. It's actually no reason to leave 4-3 as well. But if he wants to, then that's okay, I guess.
I'm
But
confused.
the best play is probably just safe.
I mean, he spent 3
Safe.
minutes.
No, the reason you may consider leave anything is because next roll you may roll the 3 in big, and then you actually be forced to stick the guy. And if you roll 4 before, then you may leave a double shot actually. But it's a very, like distant concern, yes. So to maybe not even worse to leave 4-3 here for that reason. I have a style of leaving those outside shots, and I paid for that many times in my life. Not to Dima, by the way, he never beat me.
Not to Dima, huh? You know, you'll enjoy this.
This is a lot of time.
Saba pointed out to me. Saba pointed out to me earlier tonight.
Yeah.
You know, you each have 28.88 ABT points, right?
Okay.
And you won New York this
Did you
year.
get the 2 shots there?
No,
You play 7-1.
no, I just don't leave a shot inside. I don't hit. First of all, I don't hit. I may leave for
There it is.
No, it just he found the play which was not there. You know, he
Same thing Richard did earlier.
Yeah, yeah. He won. He
It's an old Chinese thing. Like,
and it's actually very close to redouble from the roof, just because of the score. It's a lot of gammons. Okay, that's a joker. Now he has to hit, I guess, just to gain some timing. But the first hit was not good, as we mentioned. Yep, it was, and he keep paying for that. He keep paying. It's actually very.
This has to be a redouble.
This, as Mr. Trencher points out, it may be redouble if blue. Yeah, reason to think about redouble here is 2 for blue is not enough anymore. They may just start breaking their board, and if white rolls 4, becomes such a gammonish position. And Richard is absolutely correct to think about that. It's a big decision. I would give, because 2 checkers killed already on the blue side. It's a very volatile position. You down 4-6 on the match. Great cube.
There it is.
I like it. Yep. That's the cubes that win the tournaments. Unfortunately for Mike, he cannot pass. And that's a direct result of that volunteer shots. Yeah, he cannot pass. That's the problem. He wants to pass. I know that.
He can't. For any number of reasons.
Right. He can still win.
A lot of people are watching.
Yeah, he can still win.
It's really hard. I know.
Well, Rich has the 4 prime.
What would be funny is if he doesn't double until the 3rd time he goes fan. Then he.
Okay, that's a huge 2. But again, notice the 2 doesn't win yet. He's doing better than before, but he still needs 5 or 6. No, of course not. No, there is no redouble here. No. This is a joker. He duplicates 3s to get hit correctly. Not a big deal though. All right.
Okay.
As we know in backgammon game, it never ends. So we bring in excitement is always there. You bring checker into the 5. You hope he doesn't roll 5 or 6, and you're gonna attack him on the deuce. But backgammon, the show must go on, and it does. Correctly. That's a huge joker. Okay.
So now does he
redouble? Good question. We'll see if he fans. You mean? Let's get there first. Why wreck your brain over something that may not be needed? Right? It's not for lazy people, no.
make sure there's a cat in the room.
Right, exactly. And then we decide how to skin it, right?
Exactly. What's worth the kick?
Right. Okay, is that a double? Score is 10-4. If it's a double, then it probably take, by the way. Right, exactly. Why we ever cube this? Somebody in the crowd. Okay, you don't keep them together. Oh, you should, right? 1, 2. So you can bring guy in. This seems okay. Of course, the downside of this...
that or you safety one of them.
It's inflexible because if you roll 4 and jump out, then you may be leaving shots. But if you bring just one guy to the 6, the issue is your back guy is too far behind, and then with the same situation, when he rolls 4, you're not even in the vicinity. Yeah, I think this is correct play. because you may have a direct shot. And...
Blocks is double.
Okay, as we discussed, backgammon is never over, right? The backgammon game is always exciting. And Richard is laughing. Mike is
I
not,
don't think so.
because he has a 2 to hit, and he does. You see how much better that was if he would be behind after double 2? Ow!
Oh my god.
Yep. Game is not over yet, guys. There is still 2 checkers to bring in. Yeah, he has to run all the way. There is nothing else there.
You're not coming out with all of them.
Now you stay back because the farther back you stay in, the bigger your contact is, and that's what you're looking for here. Okay, Mike is thinking. That's actually a good point to think about the double.
Seems like it ought to be about 80 or 81. Michael might.
4 away, 9 away is 20.
It's Michael.
It could be a double, by the
Michael
way.
probably
Here.
does have a double.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because it's no gammons anymore. So why roll? And also you can get a pass. You never know. I think it's a take, automatic take, but you never know. Okay, this time it may be over actually. The cat left the room for good. Redouble and a pass.
He should turn his mic on and let the world hear him.
Oh, it's on there.
It is?
Oh, yeah. They're listening to him.
Okay, looks like guys found their game lately, but it was very adventurous game, of course. Reach, of course, I mean, a huge cube, so you have to think and see, maybe you can find the take here. I don't see the take. Small numbers like 2-1, hit and picking up. Big numbers coming in. Looks like clear pass to me. So the bad number here is 3-1.
It's funny, in many of these kinds of cases, people have so much invested in the game, they don't want to let it go.
Difficult, yeah.
Right?
But he did. Well done. No, actually, the cube action in the end was good. Ooh.
They got so much better in the game that
He didn't want to give.
I said
He didn't want to
sometimes people have so much invested in the game, even
It's like
not only
Mario
score,
cards, you know. It's like you
Not only-
taking the cube, but no. But the guys actually,
So the prior
the
ball,
cube
like,
action was I think perfect after EQ.
Like,
You know, Saba did a bit of research, which he related to me today, and it relates to you.
Yeah,
Rich has got the.
You know, you each have 28.88 points this year. You won New York,
yeah.
97 players.
Yeah.
He won Texas with 28 players, or 99 players, but you both end up with the same number of points. He went back and did research. He won New York in 2020 when it had 100 players. So he said in the last 25 years, and since 2000, he has won the 2 tournaments on the ABT Tour with the largest attendance. You've only won the 3rd largest. So you're in 3rd place. He's in 1st and 2nd place.
What was that? His research. I see. Face to face, to me, he's always very respectful. I don't understand. So I have to ask Saba again. Check the story.
Yeah, we'll just play boring.
Okay, obviously 10-4. Rich have to be very aggressive.
Well, it's interesting. You know, we started 4-0 Rich, right?
I don't know. Was it?
Yeah.
So Mike won.
Funniest thing about this is Rich is smiling and he's trying to have a little
Yeah, and Mike is very
Mojo
focused.
and Michael is all business.
Yeah.
Oh,
Backgammon equity table.
right. More people say, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess Rich is trying to figure out the race here, when whether to go from the back. So if he's ahead, since he's not doing that, I assume he's behind. Maybe.
Yeah, and then shoot it over to the, I'll give you my phone.
Second night, what's going on there? All right, Rich must go now.
What?
He reluctantly doing so.
Okay, Matt is leading Ray 2-0 on stream 2. As soon as this match is over, we'll be switching the commentary to stream 2.
Yeah, I promised those two to trash talk them, but they are on the second stream, so.
Find some more cats.
You can count and then. More difficult to criticize Matt, of course. He played 1.8 against me earlier today. So he's in a good shape, but we'll find something.
Ray is fertile ground, though.
Yes, and but good news is they both don't mind at all. Maybe think about Dublin. What's the race there? Well, not sure what's wrong with making 3 points. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can bring the check. I don't understand this position. Okay. Why? Rich is playing like he's behind in the race. I'm not sure if it's
That's
true.
fine. I'm with you.
I think he's ahead actually. So
He's
he
ahead in the
probably
race. He should have played down.
Yeah, he should have done, and maybe he should start thinking about Dublin at some point. He's down to 4-10, 10, 12. What is this? 9.
Race is tied, I think.
No, it's close. Yeah, it's tied.
Got 1-on-1.
No, it is correct. Yeah, it's a tie race. All right, then he's fine. Yeah, bring 2 in from 8. You're not gonna compromise your board.
Don't encourage him, Marianne. Marianne said she's enjoying your commentary. I said, don't encourage him. You know.
Yeah, you know when you.
Especially a Russian with Chinese proverbs.
Right.
Sounds like the UN.
Soon.
Soon. Ichi, right?
Okay. They try to bore us now with. Okay, now it's.
Now Richard he messed around too long and let it swing.
I started falling asleep a little bit, but okay, 2 down, I guess. Okay, that's fine too. So Mike is favorite now. Not close to give a cube, of course, because of the score.
Is he that big, or is that a 4-ounce beer?
Or you that small?
I was gonna say, is he that big, or is that a 4-ounce beer?
Take point here should be about 19%.
We'll chill it out. We'll fill it out.
We'll buy.
Yeah, she's.
That's a big roll.
Richard just let a lot of opportunity go by on this game, I think.
I mean, the race was pretty close, as we found out, so probably not that much. Yeah, I don't understand this too, but people in the crowd seem to understand it, so we're gonna let it go. No, it's gonna be pretty small anyway.
Oh, yeah, 4 pips.
Okay, we have people in the crowd who can count the race, and they say blue is up 4, so no double because they're up 10-4.
Well, Michael's take point here is, or Rich's take point here is like 19%, and this would still be a take for money. So
No, the take is not a great cube. When it's a cube, yeah, it's difficult to
no,
cube
but I
from
think this
10-4.
would still be a take for money. So when
Right.
it's take point down to 19%, I doubt it's a double.
Right. No, just at 10-4, it's just so difficult to cube. I mean, actually, that's one of the positions when you do is those boarding races. But he's not there yet.
Blue's on. Might have.
Okay, might have it now.
He may have lost his market.
Not necessarily, because Rich's take point. So what, 33 to 41.
It's a double now for sure. Is it a take?
I don't think so.
I don't think Rich has 19% here.
4, 8. Kill what? 7 and 11, right? So another 4 plus 8. Looks like a pass.
Yeah,
33 to 41.
Of course, being 4, you want to
33
take
to 41, 8 pips and a checker. It's got to be more.
and a checker.
Got to be more than 81%.
Yeah.
be the 410 you want to take, of course, but this seems a little too much. And blue distribution is pretty good,
down to like
and
15 or
white is overloaded on the 5 and 4.
I'm horrible at that.
So just pass. And 411 you can still come back. It's a live cube. So
I make mistakes here. I'm just using what I learned from John Vega.
you don't want to give him Crawford yet.
And use it like that.
I mean, I try to use eyesight, but when you get to somebody's really weird, it just.
And Richard passed.
What's he want?
Not
He passed him. So 411.
411.
Richard should be aggressive with a cube now, but not too aggressive. Mike with 11
But I didn't like try to
can take a cube.
learn it. Way to away is 91.
Yes, ma'am. As soon as this match concludes, we have Ray Fogerlund and Matt Congar on stream 2, and we'll be switching the commentary to stream 2.
Big hit. Takes away half of the roll, and it Mike hits back. Really routine beginning of the game. That's big. Builds the 5 point and splits from the back. From 24 to 23, of course. No. No. No.
Dude. Let me check his pulse
Yeah,
and blood pressure.
Russian crash.
No. No.
There was a.
No, the human hand should not be able to move this checker from 9 to 8. This is just too painful. I mean, I make a lot of mistakes, but it would just be too painful for me to move checker from 9 to 8. You know, the pain inside will be too big to overcome.
Okay, and now
Cube is correct, of course,
Cube is correct.
and still take, I think, because of the score. I don't think he wants to give him 5.
And he's 7 away, so he's only going
yeah,
from odd to even too. So
yeah, with 2 checkers back on 24, I think it should be a take. But yeah, 9 to 8 guys at home, just don't do that. Dima, you listening?
Backgammon historians will note it almost fell off of like contempt of a play he didn't like there.
You'll never look at Rich the same again.
Let's remember those words. The human hand.
Yeah.
And of course, Mike thinking about the cube, obviously, because I mean, you lead in 11-4. You know, it's no cube is easy at this score. But with Richard still having 2 checkers on his on Mike's 24, and with Mike 5 point being made, I cannot see this being a pass. But he found it. He found it. Yeah. Rancher behind said he would beaver this.
I might be.
Yeah, the problem with this pass is the jump from 4 to 5 in the score. It's not a free exercise. It actually makes white so much more aggressive with the cube and so much easier to win. One less game to win the match. 6-5 for each.
So it makes him 8 away, right? So he can be aggressive with the cube. So the extra point, it doesn't put him in such a good spot.
Right. And one less game to win, right? It's big. Especially when position was still kind of not clear to me, you know. For money, it would be like, I don't know if it's a cube.
Yeah, easy take for money.
Yeah, like, no, forget it. Like, it's a question if it's a cube or not, right? So 5-5, how do we do that? Do we actually maybe make a 3 and hit?
I think you just make the 3.
And hit loose on the usually computer make the ace point, but I think in this particular position I would make the 3 and hit on the ace and leave a blood there.
I don't understand.
Ace would be duplicated as well. Yeah, problem with this ace point made, this Swiss cheese position will be there for a while. Very difficult to fill those points.
This is a tough 4-2. I don't know, 21 and 6 maybe. I hate to stack them.
No, you have to play down. I think.
Down?
No, but not that down. I think you have to
Like
give
come
him
in
5.
with a 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't increase the amount of bloods you have.
Don't open the wound.
Right.
So you would come in on the 2 and bring the 4 down to the 10 point.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. That's my play. But we can come in with. No, we cannot come in with 4. That's a little too safe. Yeah, this is a little too safe.
No.
For my liking. I mean, it's not like, oh my god, though people in the crowd saying, oh my god now. But
Anybody out there, put that in
it's a
XG.
mistake.
If you
Probably a mistake. Yeah, the checker.
Yeah, you got 6 checkers on the 6
6
point
checker
now.
on the 6 is
have.
a little
It's ugly, but
a little too much.
it hurts my eyes too. But sometimes I make plays that hurt my eyes.
Okay, 4 hitting. First of all, 4 hitting, right? And then you look for a 6. So in this position, you must hit with a 4. And then you start looking for a 6. Whatever 6 you play, I'll be fine as long as 4 is hitting. Anything else must be a mistake. Why?
Tell us why. I mean, you said.
I know.
no question.
Do I look like I know why?
You certainly
He's opinionated, but he's not very
No,
smart.
5 checkers on the 8. This point, those checkers screaming to be, unloaded, and
you can't let the last checker escape.
Exactly, you have to
Both.
attack. Oh, he found. Okay, that play too. I didn't even see he can make. Actually, you know what? I didn't see he can
I
make.
didn't either.
Maybe it's not so bad. I actually don't hate it.
Make the 9.
Yeah, I didn't see that he can make back point.
One game roll.
Didn't either.
Double 4s. I read
Yeah.
4 5.
Which one?
One game roll up. We're here.
Oh.
Look at this joker. So you're making 2
I know
points,
the answer to that.
and you bring your checker down to the 9.
4-2.
And if he fan, you cube, and that cube would be difficult to take, by the way. Yeah, that's the score and a position that is not easy to take.
Well, if he dances, you play on.
Yeah.
Right?
No, not play on. You cube. What do you play on?
Okay, cube. Any play?
Well, he's going to drop it, right?
No, 2, you cannot step out because it's many more shots. You have to. You don't like to, but you. So, why step out?
Ah.
He just plans to pass it, I guess.
What are they doing?
Yeah, I mean, if he didn't plan to take this cube, then I guess
But it spilled the drink on the board.
you understand why he step out.
If he didn't come out, would you have just come down to the floor?
Yeah,
Well, it's your position is better 6-4
But
if
he
he doesn't
played like
double.
he's not planning to take this cube, and he just doesn't want to have another blood.
But if he doesn't double for whatever reason, he thinks he's
Okay.
too good or something.
Right.
You want to be 6-4, right?
Absolutely.
To try to.
Or maybe not good enough, right? Like
He lets it
you
go.
just better play.
11-6.
Okay, 11-6. That's how it starts. We've been in those matches. You're leading comfortably. Half hour later, you're sweating in the GMP game.
Two-way, 7-way.
Well, okay, she'll throw up the double screen here for a moment. We can see what's happening with Ray and MCG.
Okay. Tara promised us to put us on stream 2, where 2 professionals playing.
Okay, here we are.
Okay, Matt is down 4-2, and he was up 2-0. And he's holding cube at 2. He rolled 2-1. He has to hit. Which 2 he wants to play? Tough question. This gives extra 2 numbers for Ray to hit back. But it gives you a little better structure. So I don't know. So again, it's Ray Fogerland versus Matt Conguy, semi-final of the Masters. Okay, 6-4 looks kind of clear to me. You have to jump out with 6 and unfortunately hit with the 4. Inside. I'm not sure what else is there, if anything.
It's covering with the 4 crazy. Hope you missed the 4 and you catch him on the way around.
It's not crazy, no. Not crazy. But I think this position you need to, like, you're not saving enough gammons to actually let him go compared to the double hit, I think. Yeah, I mean, first thing that jumps to me is hitting and coming out.
6 is easy.
Yeah, 6 we know. Making 2. No, it's not crazy, of course. Okay. No, but that's that. Oh, I'm sorry. Who is playing? Oh, that was Ray. Ray's 4. I see. Yeah, I see. Hitting 2, his second one would be so beneficial. And now Matt is out, and now Ray cannot even go from the back. Yeah, the 6 was must. You cannot stay with 4 checkers on the 3. Okay, we're back to the stream 1. Without notice, this guy's close to the end, so we want to see it through.
Yeah.
6-4 was huge, right?
I couldn't understand that.
I would
at
have
all.
come out with the 6 and made the deuce point.
I would hit on the 3.
Well, that's the question. The 4. The 6 was obvious.
Right. No, but with your 4, he would be gammoning anyway, because he would hit and cover, but of course you don't know next number.
I understand.
Okay, 6-2, which one am I gonna hit? Making bar point doesn't look bad at all. Yeah. Especially at his score, he wants to be safe and sound. Okay, that's not gonna help him to be safe and sound.
Makes the 10 and
yeah, I would make the 10 and just bring extra checker
bring
to
an
the 8.
extra down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agree with Bill. Just more positional long term. Okay. I think you're making 2 points here. I think you're making 4 and a 2 point versus making normal 5 point in this position. That's because extra checker is big and you already have 2 bloods there. Extra blood is big. And it actually looks more flexible this way, and might find the play. Okay. 6-4.
Just one, right?
Rich have a lot of ways to do this. He can run. He can make a deuce point.
If he
Tough
escapes,
play. Yeah, he escaping is not bad because it brings you so much closer to the cube. And that's what Mike is trying to avoid. He's trying to challenge Rich, so keep him busy, so he wouldn't play comfortably, or maybe not cube him. It doesn't look bad. You rather get hit outside here than be pointed on. And race is close. I don't know who is leading the race.
double hit.
Double hit. Somebody reckless in the crowd said, I don't know. Tough to double hit here. Maybe. What's the race? Please.
Oh. 30,
If you don't hit at all.
78, 98. Rich has 124, and Michael has 42, 81, 89. What else? And Michael has 133, so he's going to be up 9 if he doesn't hit. If he stacks him on the 8 point, he's up 9.
I mean, of course, the big upside of hitting 2 is if he comes with one checker, like roll something like 2-6, then it becomes like a big double. That's what you want. The downside is this score. Mike may actually get free gammon if he hits this. I mean, 2 down on the 8. How terrible is this? I mean, looks bad to the human eye because you need to, it's very inflexible. So it looks like hitting 2. Also,
Problem is, I think Michael's going to win more gammons in this position than Rich will.
That's the problem. But the upside is if you roll something with 6, because now it's a huge cube, and that's where you want to
This
arrive.
is absolutely a cube. This is like Victor said. This is why you make this play to get to roll 6.
Right, and it's actually not fun take. And Mike already passed one take, which probably was bigger take than this. It was pretty safe game. This one is actually not safe. This one could be gammon. Of course, with 1 point board, it's always a take. I mean, must be a take. But to me, it's I would rather take the one which he passed for 9. Okay, but he's consistent. He passed that cube, which was easy take. This one is actually it's more dangerous.
Well, is anybody putting that in on the group?
No, nobody's. Rory put in the last 2 matches, but then he had to leave.
11-7. So this has already become.
Well, he's only 2 games away potentially.
Yeah, it becomes. And Rich got 4-2. Every roll is huge in these scores. Every roll is huge. Rich gonna be very, very aggressively cubing here.
And Rich is still smiling, and Michael is still all business.
Yes. In fact, this position is actually close to cube already. How you play 16? That's not bad. Yeah, why not attack?
Push it, yeah.
But was it a double roll before? That's a good question at this score, and I don't have an answer. It could be a double roll before.
And with 2-way, 6-away, if the trailer opens at 3-1 or 4-2 and you get a weak reply, it's usually like a marginal no double. So it either was a double or a small no double.
Right. But then that 6-3 play would make so much sense when cube would be passed.
Would be turned, yeah.
Right, because otherwise now he actually risking something and not gaining much, and Mike would have an easy pass if he
so
doesn't
he
roll.
should come out, and then the question is, does he make the 3-pointer?
I know I probably wouldn't make the 3-point. I would probably go down to the 10 and to the 8 just because of the score. At 0-0, I would make 3-point and would not even blink. At this score, I'd try to avoid contact.
I'm all right with this play because Michael's unlikely to be on the bar after this roll, so he's going to get to play his full roll next roll and maybe do something.
Right.
Oh, now he is going to be on the bar.
Now he's hitting. Question is, Rich keep rolling so fast. I would be thinking hard about the cube roll before as well, because I mean, You're rolling great numbers, but in the end, you're gonna get just 1 point. Maybe it's double now, even from the roof. Actually, I just double now.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
just for this for these stacks, I just double now.
He has nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. But regardless of the number, I mean, you need to. I mean, when are you gonna double here? When he gonna have 2 on the roof? By the way, he might have to put him second on the roof. He may have to switch 6 to 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could he shift?
No, he maybe actually potentially should shift just because cube is not even passed. Okay. So if cube is not passed, then it must be a correct play because if he comes to the 6, still a pass.
He could still double him out, and if Michael fans here with both, he could consider just playing on.
Exactly. If he fans, yeah, but that shows you how.
Yeah, well, here we are.
So this is play on. Actually.
Yeah, I think it's play on.
Sure. No, it is play on. But even if he would come in with 1 on the 6, it's probably
then you just double him out.
Big pass. Okay, 2 down. You want to have builders. I think that's your game here.
Wow.
Oh, nice roll.
That's a huge.
That could be
joker.
a match turning roll.
That's a huge joker because I'm not sure if it's a double anymore. May not be.
There's no way how can this be a double now?
Just the white lost.
How can this be a double now? Richard has no threats at this point.
White lost so much of.
How could this be a double? He has no threats.
6
Michael's
down, and I guess play from behind or extend the prime. I'm not even sure about this ace. I don't want to get hit now outside. Okay. Still need to make a point before thinking about doubling. Oh, he doubles now. That's interesting. I mean, it's super easy take. Yeah,
I don't know.
Super easy take. Probably not double, probably just. I don't see why he's doubling now.
Why would you double that? What are your market losers?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't see why. But sometimes you have to. Okay, 5 out, of course. Yeah, no, that's the ace and 5 out. There is no other 5-1 here. That much I do know. You'll find it. There is no other play. No other play. Still not easy to play as a blue. Yeah, he makes the point. Rich really needed that 6. Yeah, has to jump out. Jumping out is mandatory.
No question he's got to jump out.
Well, we've seen some situations when people start thinking, you don't know what they see, right? So people get tired.
Start seeing ghosts, you know?
Yeah, you're playing 3-4 matches. Yes, same black cat. But you're playing 3-4 long matches, you know, it's not easy, you know, to play very clean.
It's near the senior ball.
Mike's still fine, you know, he has a beautiful board. Yeah, he should make 3 points. There is no reason to do anything else here. And it's difficult for Rich to clear all these points. 5-3.
Rich is in big trouble.
Yeah,
maybe he should go with 2 guys. Yeah, that's, you know, the reason why this one may be correct is because gammons do not count against Rich, and this is probably best play for DMP just to win the game. So you have to find your, you know, guts and actually make the play like that. Good job for Richard. Yeah, now he's playing very flexible, aggressive, and I like it. He wants to build 5 or 6. Very difficult would be to clear the position for him otherwise. Well, dice don't cooperate. I think he needs to bottom up here.
Yeah, just, what's that, 8 and 9?
Something like that. I don't think I would be giving shots here. It's no reason to give winning shots. I mean, there is always a reason, of course, but yeah, 8 and 9 probably is the play. You try to find the play that leaves list. So this one lists only 3 numbers: 3, 5, and double 4. Like maybe not terrible, but like 6, 2 is 8, but it doesn't hit. So he's still desperately trying to make the one of the high points, and he still doesn't. Okay, he needs to move.
So now he plays 10, 8, 4, 3.
Yeah.
That's the most flexible, clearly.
That's correct, yeah. That gives him... And, you know, he has time, and it's not like he's super extended there. Of course, Mike like his own position. And now you need to clear the 9, I guess.
Yeah.
Just because there is nothing else to do. I mean, putting checker on the ace from 8 make position pretty inflexible, and you don't want to kill checker. This doesn't have that many bad numbers. It looks strange, but this game looks strange long time ago. No 6 point. Okay, so 2 in.
He can, might be his last safe roll.
You don't know. He may never leave a shot. I mean.
That's a great shot, actually.
At least he keeps this out. And this is still plays.
Yeah,
no, he's got it.
He got it.
Yeah, he can play 3 to the ace. Now he getting a little thin, but nothing that one double cannot fix.
That breaks the board a little bit.
That breaks it, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good number for each, because it makes my board look a little suspect. That's something he found that was not there again. I don't see this play being...
Wow,
nice shake.
Yeah. But really, he had a lot of numbers that clear at least one of the points. And this might not even be the best. Right?
Oh,
that was cocked. That was cocked. It was a joker, but it was cocked. Okay, now is a winning shot coming.
5 for the match.
Maybe for
Maybe.
match. Yeah. We've seen many things, right? See, the problem is Rich getting closer, and now those early passes at 11-4, and you know, may start catching up to Mike. Score gets a little too scary. Yeah. I don't understand this too, but I don't have strong opinions. Yeah, I understand he tried to save 6, but I'm not sure that's the play here.
Rich doesn't roll a 2 here, but he
There's
did.
the 2.
Oh, he rolled a 2, okay. Another. This is not winning necessarily, but it's a great shot, of course, for Mike. You become favorite instantly. Okay, he didn't hit it.
We're away too.
Yeah, looks like we're
Everybody's
moving to
favorite
11-9.
What Rich wanted to get.
To those scores that no one understands.
Got it to Rich has got into the score he wanted to get to. 2-way, 4-way.
Why? He said it?
Huh?
I said 4-away, 2-way is everybody's favorite backgammon score.
Right.
To watch.
To watch, yes. Not to play, right? Okay, 11-9.
Pardon me. Okay.
Wants to be 11.
told him, I said, you gotta go my plate, you're gonna plug up. Oh, yeah.
2 hits, 5 down. So Rich has to play aggressive to find the cube. For example, if double 6 is rolled, it's actually a double. Actually, maybe not just double 6. Yeah, I don't think you're doubling yet. I think you want to cover 4. Okay.
Wow.
Matt Congair is up 8-4 to 13 against Ray, and he holds the 2 cube. We may switch to this match if this one will be over. This is a double, and could be a pass. Could this be a pass? I think it could be.
Certainly doubling, because Michael is shied away from some.
No, it's a scary cube. No, this is actually maybe actual, but maybe first actual pass. Just because of the score and the already 2 points build, you know. And Rich,
I would double here.
No, Rich been doubling pretty aggressively. I'm confident he's gonna find this cube. Question is what Mike is gonna pass.
There it is.
Immediately. So he passed some. So he's in that mode when he. This one is actually. I would pass it as well.
Break time.
So we're switching back to stream 2. So back to the 2 professionals. Matt Congair versus Ray Fogel. In my opinion, it was, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was actually 1082 double pass.
No,
yeah. Okay, so here we are with Ray and Matt.
Yeah, and Ray is in the commanding position
with the 2 cube. So
attacking Matt on the deuce. Have some gammon chances. Because Matt is trying to escape. Or he has to play down. Because not just direct shots, also you want to leave Ray with some bad numbers, like double 4 to break. Okay. Okay, 4-3 in.
4-3 is bad. 4-4.
Matt is not dead yet.
He can live with that.
Kind of, but makes it closer, and his timing is worse.
Now 4-1 and 3-1 become bad.
Yeah.
Next roll.
And now Matt may have a better board if he makes deuce point. I don't know if it's a correct play.
Make the 2?
Or maybe, I think he just needs to bring the guy from the back to the 3 just to reduce gammons. I think making deuce is too deep. It's an unfortunate number, of course. You cannot break the 8, unfortunately. This doesn't seem right to me. I understand the idea, but breaking 8.
No, you can't do that.
Of course, is very
that
tough.
lets him off at 3-1 and 3-4. I definitely wouldn't do that.
3-4, 3-1. But also in the future, yeah, just you cannot open 8. Of course, it saves you many gammons. But he doesn't even look to put the extra checker on the 3. He just completely rejects my idea, man. That's Victor who? Okay, that's the
Ray
double 4.
Ray found it.
4-4. 4-4.
Ray may be cursing in Russian now. That's my guess.
My experience, Ray does most of his cursing in English. It's very understandable.
That's when he plays you.
Okay, now that offsets the other one.
You get the Russian mode? Is that what you're saying?
Not me, Ray. But double six, of course, huge joker and bring Ray back to life. In fact, makes his right. We're back to 11-10 game.
Excuse me for 1 second.
6-5. All right, 11-10. Two-way, three-way. Those cubes that again nobody understands.
Ooh, maybe, maybe not, huh?
I don't know. Mike may know those second place. I have no idea. It looks weird to me, but 6-5. You run from the back. You don't make 3-point here. Okay, I may consider playing 4 down. That's not bad too. Noise. Four, 2. Okay, that's... It's either make 4 or play 2 down. Reach play very quick.
Oh, you one shot?
Maybe that's a correct
no,
play.
that's
I
good.
don't know.
Oh, I was signaling you to lean into the mic.
They don't have that much to say when you're
Okay,
covered here.
6-4. Just clean up the clean up the bloods. Yep. Blue cannot double because they still down in the race, but they got their favorites in the game now. Reach is looking to roll the 3, of course. That's a joker. 3 and a 6. He not only rolled 3, he jump out. Huge roll. Puts a lot of pressure on Mike to hit this. He's down in the race. And he does hit.
Hard way.
See? Guys, what do you need to do? Hit under pressure. 4-5 jumps out quickly. And close your eyes. I told you this before, right?
And cross yourself, whatever religion you want to pray to, and close your eyes. Huh? Uh-oh.
Mike is determined not to let this checker go. Now pretty much only 4-6 probably saved the cube.
I'm sorry?
And 4-6 has been rolled. No double. Now Mike is cursing, I'm sure.
But he's legitimately doing it.
Yes. and Rich, maybe in Romanian, but
sorry.
But Rich is actually thinking about double. What's the race here now? 14 minus 6.
Rich has
8.
Rich has 98.
Oh, Rich is big.
And Michael has...
It's a cube.
79. Oh, and Michael has 119. Looks like a double.
It's a double.
Probably a pass to me. 21 pips.
21 pips?
I got 98 to 119. Is that wrong?
Yeah, no, it's a big double. First of all, he has to double. I didn't count to the end, but
98.
It feels like a lot of pips. Yeah.
40, 74, 81, 99. Yeah, 98 to 119. It's double the pass, I think.
Yeah, I'm not positive on the pass side, but two good players here saying pass, maybe pass. Cube for sure.
Somebody who's following the stream says it's a 108 pass.
Pass, okay.
I don't know if that's correct, but that's...
Oh, Rich is not cubing. Why not?
Why isn't that double? What is he
No,
waiting?
he's been very aggressively cubing before. I'm
is he
shocked
waiting
he's not giving this one. He gave much more aggressive cube than this. No,
He safeties the block, then he's just blown through the market by him.
he may be scammed. Like, look, guy playing maybe 4th matches of the day, be tired, count the race, miscount the race.
Oh, you don't accept that as an excuse.
I do.
But he started to shake and he still decided not to.
Now the same guy says a pass.
The problem here is, it's not gonna change anything. It's probably problem for Mike. Probably gonna be just double in the pass. And he wouldn't take before because he was.
Can he double now?
Yeah, right? Why not double?
Yeah, there it is. Okay,
immediately.
one game.
DMP.
In all likelihood, one game.
Yes.
I've been watching since 9-3, and I haven't seen Michael take a cue, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a double the previous roll.
Exactly, yeah. Especially the way Mike was not taking them. Okay, Mike is cubing now.
Okay,
He
gotta
knows
cube
this stuff.
this.
Yeah. It's gonna be a DMP play. He's a favorite. No reason. He actually made nice 4 points. 58, 59%. Okay, now it's huge. Has to play on both sides. He doesn't need gammon. No reason to overload one side. Two is big. You make an anchor back and you slot the bar. Let's hope Rich not gonna find any other play here. And he seems to find some.
Seen enough of his creativity, or
no? This is too much creativity, right? Yeah, that should not be a play. And he doesn't mind to have 22 anchor here because staying back is foul. You're losing the raise. It means you're getting more shots. I think you just look at the game in the wrong way. Okay, he made even deeper anchor now. But Mike is about to make the 5. And big favorite. Or 3.
Yep, 3.
Rich has a game now. 5 point was not made. Anchor was made. Double 5 is another joker. Like 3 of them this game. Michael. X2. Good. 6-1. Yep. Safe. Mike's game here is just to move around, no action. No excitement. He wants to give Rich very boring technical ending. Let's see if dice will copyright, right? 3-1. I don't know. Maybe break the 9. It seems
the problem is if you break the 9, you got a bunch of bad 6s now.
But problem is doing other thing. You have way too many checkers on the 3.
Agree, but that's the issue. It's just.
I think I'm breaking the 9.
6-5. They're all this bad. All the 6s are bad except boxes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and still I'm doing this. 9 point still needs to be cleared at some point, and just too many checks. It's like you're gonna pay for that long.
But I guess here you're playing your next 6 is going to be playing all 6. You still have to
go
to the 9 points. So
you're not making your life easier.
Slot 2 points, right?
Probably, or 6-4 is not terrible in case you get shot next roll, or indirect shot next roll. Yeah, that's the problem with this previous play. Now you're gonna be playing like a loose rest of the game. You know. He's gonna make it. All right, 3-2. Each board is improving. Mike needs good number to clear his midpoint. Mike is a favorite, of course. Heading the race by a mile, but roll few uncomfortable numbers in a row. Now, not a pleasant choice. Has to put this checker on the 3. All of them now. And that's... Now, if Rich roll 3, he may have to step out. Okay, double 4. I leave one guy behind. I don't bring 2 down, which he's about to do. Yeah, just one. Just one, Rich. You want contact. You don't care about getting hit. You want contact. You put this guy on the ace and another one in. Raise getting closer, no?
Yeah.
Is it? But difficult to exercise the raise chances for Rich, of course, with all the checkers. Yeah, that's my play, actually. I think that gives him, because all the big sixes, that gives him a shot then.
Rich has 116. Michael has...
Yeah, that's my
Michael
play.
has 86. It's still not close. Right.
Yeah, it's my play. It's he stays in the contact.
5 is huge.
2 down, of course, no question.
16.
Yep. Now Rich will look for a joker or then later chances.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some bad numbers like 6-6, 6-5.
Yeah, double 6.
6-5 is bad.
Yep.
It's just safety.
I think you need to just bring this checker to safety. You just cannot leave this checker to be hit.
Don't give him the joker.
Yeah, you know, ignore the fact that 1,000 people watching you on the stream and make this, scared play.
There's no merit to leaving the 3-5 and playing the deuce behind.
No, there is a lot of merits to do many things, but this is the best play. This is the main.
You've got a bunch of numbers to make the 5 points.
Yeah, this is the main theme of this position. Is not to lose next roll when you get hit. Oh, he probably would take 5 and initiate his race.
Yeah.
Okay, this is.
No.
But there is nothing else.
Nothing else.
He has
that
to
would
do
have made
it.
the 5 point if you left the 5.
He has to. Okay, now he opens 6s for him, which is very inflexible position. Let's see if Mike can bring it home.
Oh, there it is. Shot.
And how do we give him that? On the deuce, I guess, right? We hit on the deuce. Oh, that must be
no
terrible play. Yes, it's one less shot, I understand, but it's just position-wise, you cannot do that. This must be very bad play. Also, you want to make this point if he fan.
I like that.
And you win some games even when he hit you on the deuce. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's how backgammon goes often. You've been big favorite and then you lost. Or not.
Almost.
And that relates to Rich as well. Now Rich was big favorite.
But he hasn't lost yet.
He hasn't lost yet, you're right. There is nothing else here, unfortunately, for Rich. 4, he wants to do it from the top. He doesn't want to create blood in the middle.
What is this?
No. What is this? No. Disgusting.
Oh, he's thinking about 5-1?
No, it's overthinking, you know? Oh no, this is disgusting. I don't understand it.
How you really feel, Victor.
No, but why? Now it's like a bunch of like, what's bad now?
Uh-oh.
He would have still 2 extra keeps to spare.
Rich
Yeah, he needs 3 or 5.
Rich is thinking I stole this match already. What's all this? There he goes.
Yep, that's a joker. He's winning again. He's winning again. There's some anti-jokers like 6-5. Not easy to roll, of course.
Remember that one too? I wanted to give him the 3-5 and the 5-3 would have made the 5 point.
Okay.
5-2, yeah.
5-2.
It's always a chance.
Oh!
And usually when something like that happens, people start screaming. You can hear it in the room.
Yeah.
I've been there. Do you? Actually, you don't hit here. I don't think you hit. Why you?
Don't leave him in the air to.
Yeah.
Don't hit.
I mean, if you think that the race is decided, then you don't hit him. Yeah, I don't hit him. Yeah, you increasing the contact, and that's not what you want to do. Oh, 6 was genius move to hit. Genius move. Genius.
Okay, here we go.
It's genius move, guys. I don't know why you would criticize the Rich move. Genius move. But he may leave a shot. That's actually interesting. He may leave a shot.
Zugins moved by.
Yeah,
Uh-oh, here we
he
go.
leaves a shot now,
Here
yeah.
we go.
But that was the downside of keeping him alive, you know, like hitting him, because you let him hang around. Show must go on. That's backgammon for you guys. The backgammon game never ends.
Keeps the audience involved here.
It's difficult to kill your opponent. This is a joker actually, because he's a serious favorite in the race. To roll 5-6 is. Yeah, he must be. He must be over 80% for sure. I mean, he has beautiful distribution. One checker off already. Does he have a checker off?
No.
He doesn't have checker off?
One check off.
One checker. Rich has, no? Nobody has. But he doesn't need it now, I guess.
Yes, no.
No, not Michael. Yes,
No. Rich didn't have a
Rich have, yeah. It's a Rich had
Is
second.
anybody wondering who's winning this position? Why
No.
all this discussion?
No, Rich is a huge favorite.
Yeah,
but
thank
let's see.
you.
But let's see. It's winnable. Let's see if Mike can roll big double. Double 3 would make it interesting.
Uh-oh.
This is huge roll for Rich. Yeah, that may kill.
Whoa!
Oh my God! Even Michael's laughing.
You're laughing because they're listening to
They can hear us.
Yeah, exactly.
The oohs and ahs.
So scream louder, guys.
It's still an uphill battle.
This is close.
This is
Right?
close. There's sets will do it.
No, you can actually lose. He can win without rolling the set. Too.
He could.
As long as he doesn't roll a deuce.
but not like
Yeah. First ace.
Or an
make it
ace.
interesting. One
Two
ace.
aces.
absolutely.
Oh, there it is.
Whoa!
You know, a lot of thinkings.
Still not likely.
But it's actually
It's
getting
very
so.
powerful,
It's getting
but it's
close
very
now. Yeah, it's getting close.
Oh.
Terrible. That's terrible too.
Yeah, I was just that. That's all.
Oh!
Backgammon. One thing about backgammon game, it's never over, guys. One thing.
Oh! Okay,
All right,
great
we're
match.
switching-
What a match.
All right, great match. Great
Now-
comeback for each Munitz. And
Now let's give.
he's in the semis now or the final.
Now he's
in the
won 2.
semifinal.
That's round of 8 now.
Round of 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we get to trash talk Ray and Matt
Yes.
a little bit.
Now our favorite couple is back.